Hey kids, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I wanted to go ahead and do a Vocal Coach Reacts to Black by Pearl Jam. Obviously the singer is Eddie Vedder. And I did do a version of Even Flow, and I'll put that in the description so you can check it out, whatever. But I've got this song queued up to do, so I'm also going to do this song fairly soon as well. I just haven't had time to get around to it. Very sensitive, not sensitive, very engaging song. And let's just listen and let's rock on it. Here, Vocal Coach Reacts to Black.
On sheets of clear, lace spread out before me, as her body wants to.
Okay, now again, I've said this before in my version of Even Flow. Eddie Vedder sort of coined the modern rock vocal sound, so everything is kind of like this. So, sheets of empty, I'm going to over-exaggerating. Let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Sheets of empty canvas, where her body once lay, everything is kind of like this. So, and I know that there were guys like Tom Petty that did it before him or whatnot, but for the most part, after he developed this sound in the early 90s, pretty much every single modern rock band that came around him, with few exceptions, started sounding like this, even to this day. The caveat to that is when you cover a sound like the sheets of hurt, right? You have to open up that sound and you have to bring some mask and smile into that sound to be able to get to higher notes easier, or you're creating a lot of problems for yourself. I know it's a stylistic thing and it's cool, and it's dark and covered, but it also kind of showcases an apparent flatness to the sound, which means under pitch. So the more you cover or darken a sound like that, the more there's a tendency to sound flat, okay? With that said, let's rock.
Oh, five horizons,
They sound great, by the way.
as the earth to the sun, yeah, now the air I tasted and breathed is taking a toll.
I'm really grateful for all the MTV Unplugged stuff, because we really get to see a whole different side of artists. Not that they wouldn't have done this in their own live set or whatever, not necessarily, but certainly not like MTV kind of forced everybody from Mariah Carey to Pearl Jam, right? Just a lot of different talent coming in, and even Nirvana doing MTV Unplugged stuff. So that's really awesome.
And all I taught her was everything. That's all. How quick the sun can drop away.
You also notice too, he uses a Caprino vibrato. We've talked a lot about this, and I have a whole tutorial on this. By the way, I have a singing course. It's called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else, and I discuss all these little nuances and all these little things that people do in their singing. But anyway, he has a Caprino vibrato, so I'll put in the description, I'll put a thing about vibrato in here too, and in a free video that I have a tutorial on YouTube. But he goes, it's that real fast, it's called goat's wiggle, and he uses that a lot. And a lot of people do, like I said, Stevie Nicks, and a lot of people have that sound, but he is certainly no exception to that as well.
Take a walk outside. I'm surrounded by.
Now, did you notice So when he went, I'm surrounded by, he had to open up the sound. He couldn't, I'm surrounded by, because you'll bring a lot of muscle mass and a lot of girth up into the throat, and you'll find yourself kind of gagging on your vowel sounds if you don't open up the sound. So let me back this up a little bit so you can see exactly how he opened up to the sound to be able to get those notes, okay? Check it out.
I take a walk outside. I'm surrounded by some crazy flame.
See that?
I can feel their laughter.
It goes back to that sound.
Do I see it? And twisting thoughts that spin round my head. I'm spinning, oh, I'm spinning. How quick the sun can drop away.
I wish I could hear the guitars and the instrumentation louder on this. I hear a lot of loud drums, but the mix could be a little better in my opinion.
Great old broken glass of what was everything.
A little better bass, you know. So it's a little thin in the low end, but the band's playing great.
Tattooed everything. Oh, the love gone bad. Turned my words black. Tattooed all I see. All that I am. All I'll be.
That distortion. I'm a distortion fan. I like that stuff. You gotta do it safely though, or you will probably hurt yourself.
How can I be?
I don't know why, but for some reason he kind of reminds me a little bit of Jim Morrison, kind of like a metal, or not a metal, but like a grunge metal version of Jim Morrison. If you ever watch him live, he does have a lot of Jim Morrison vibe to it. So when you check him out with a view towards that. Even like these moves he's doing right now kind of reminds me of Jim. So just personal.
Oh, yeah.
If he's not careful, he's going to fall out of that chair. He's going to be black and blue. Maybe they have it bolted to the ground so he doesn't fall over.
We belong together, together. We belong together.
Now, I don't think he's on anything, but he sure kind of comes across like that Janis Joplin spasmy kind of thing, and maybe he's just like really into it, which is cool. And he looks clean, he looks really good, you know, but he's got that kind of like, I've been doing a little bit of something along the lines there. I don't know. Maybe not. Hopefully not. Good stuff. That was great. Awesome. Well, I have a singing course. It's called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else, and I discuss all this stuff in my course, show you the do's and the don'ts. I have a free singing forum with like 9,000 people in there, some great moderators helping people grow their voices. And I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Twitter, I'm on obviously YouTube, I'm Facebook, I'm on Instagram, you name it, I'm all over the place. So if you want to hear more reactions, I'm doing it by request. So put in your request, and if the publishing companies allow us to do it, because they kind of put the kibosh on some things that we're allowed to react to and not. But if I can and I can get to it, the more I get the same people asking for the same things, the more I will get a chance to react to them. Okay? So, and until next time, God bless you, gang. Peace out. Hey guys, if you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button. That will actually take you to another page where you want to click on the bell icon, and it opens up a menu, and the menu has notifications on it where there's a little box you can check where it says send me all notifications for this channel. Check the box and then click the save button, and you'll get notifications from me every time I have a cool video come out. Okay? Thanks guys. Peace out.